But as far as the wind energy, we've kind of seen what's happened to that for our area. When all the townships made exclusive zoning to, I might add, a state-accepted land use, which was illegal. The wind people moved up to Gratiot County and were welcomed with open arms.
In 2011, we saw our initial construction of the first wind farm. It's been a great deal for the community across a number of fronts. We did view very much that the wind farm development was an ag preservation opportunity and tool, and that's exactly what it's proven to be.
In 2009, 26% of the homes in Breckenridge were empty, foreclosed, for sale, not moving. Property values went completely down. Probably around 2010, 2011, when we started seeing turbines going up. Fast forward to now, we have a housing shortage. Houses are selling within a matter of hours for more than asking price.
And the funny thing is, you see the windmills expanding.
What happened with wind here when it was denied, basically, it went up to Gratiot County. And in Gratiot County, they put up the first wind turbine, put in a second, put in a third, put in a fourth, and a fifth.
Now, if it was such a terrible thing and nobody could stand it, there'd be that first original area and nothing else. And now, every time I go up north, the wind farms have gotten bigger.
So with windmill funding, we've been able to buy a lot of stuff for the department. We've always got hand-me-down stuff. For the first probably 12 to 13 years that I've been on, we've had issues in the past where the old units just didn't start up, so they weren't reliable. And for the last 5, 6, 7 years since the windmills, we've just been upgrading, it seems like yearly, our new equipment.
So because the townships outside of the village, they receive revenue off from the turbines, so that money also comes into the fire department. And they've been able to have state-of-the-art equipment, better rescue equipment, better jaws of life equipment, better life-saving equipment.
We lost out because it went from here to there, but they had a tremendous amount of money to do whatever they want in terms of like infrastructure, fire trucks, anything that they wanted, they needed.
Over in Gratiot County, I got several people that we do business with over there, and I asked him about the wind turbines, and do they bother you? And he says, what are you talking about?
I mean, I don't need extra police because I've now got $90 million worth of turbines. I don't need extra fire department. I don't have ambulance calls. I don't have to build schools because somehow they bring kids with them. They just sit there and provide a benefit of life and a quality of life for everyone else.
Yeah, I have talked to a few people in Gratiot County. And I've talked to some people that just were against it, but they're like, yeah, we're okay now. Like it wasn't as bad as what they said it was going to be.
They accepted them over there, but one township over there, Pine River Township, I talked to the supervisor over there. His check from the wind turbines was $427,000 or $437,000. That was just from the summer taxes. I don't know what he got for the winter taxes, but he sent me a picture of it, of the check. And it's like, you're talking a lot of money here.
I've lived here my whole life. I can remember, after 2 o'clock in the morning, there was no deputy. You hit a deer, you have an accident, maybe the state police could come from another community, but there wasn't any sheriff patrol on the road. That's all changed today, and that's primarily because of tax base. I mean, that's really what it revolves around.
It does help in the pinched years, and even the farmers that decided not to get into the wind agreement have come back and said maybe they should have. They brought in a very large sum of money to the county.
They've got money to fix the roads. The schools are adding on and improving their facilities. Taxes aren't going up.
We've had no written or phone-in complaints on anything that you read on the internet, that you hear the naysayers screaming about. It just hasn't materialized in Pine River.
The wind development has been significant. It's allowed us to keep program funding roughly the same level, and we haven't had to decrease funding as other ISDs have had to do in economic downturn. It's allowed us to keep programs whole. Been a lot of benefit to our local communities.
The largest beneficiary has been schools and the RESD on items that are able to be taxed, sinking funds, bonds, those kind of things. Huge dollars get paid.
The big picture is this: if you have green energy projects, a portion of all of these tax revenues from any green energy, wind or solar, go to the schools. They also go to infrastructure within the county, so that roads and things like that that you want to put in place, or enhanced security systems like fire and anything that would do to public safety, those revenues would be coming to Lenawee County.
We just had a school millage, and the first vote got turned down, the second one they approved because they cut it in half. The townships are all struggling to support, especially fire departments now. They're trying to come up with a way to support, maybe where there's 3 fire departments, they have 1 fire department, so they got somebody on duty.
What's happening here now is the school systems are going to the taxpayers and saying, we need revenue, we need to expand. It's happening in Blissfield. We need to expand our schools and have more capability. We don't have the money. They could have.
It's just a story of cost of living going up and up and up when you don't have some type of economic growth or money coming into your county, community, township.
I live here. I've been here my whole life. I see these turbines as a very positive for our county. I haven't seen the negative. I have 20 within a mile and a half of my house. So I'm surrounded by them. When I go to a local high school football game, I can see them. They actually are part of the landscape now, and we don't have any issues with them.